guys, Mike, your Professional Security Journal. It's 4:32 p.m. Tuesday, 5th of May. Revenge of the 5th, as it was jokingly be called. Yesterday was May the 4th. Star Wars. Today I wanted to go over some equipment-related topics as far as my methodology on how I build a duty belt and the things that I use to build a duty belt, and go over a Excel sheet that I've talked about in previous videos in my past, and more or less just kind of wanted to put that out on display. So without further ado, that was the opener of this video. I'm going to go into Google Chrome, and let's talk. So, pew. All right. Hello. This is my top secret Google sheet. I kid. But, so I've got 4 different categories of duty gear here. Brands that offer their equipment in basket weave for you FUDs out there. No, I'm kidding. It's a firearms term for you old timers out there, or if your company's stuck behind the times. I got you covered for basket weave here. If you prefer just plain old leather, I also got leather here. And then for my Kydex crew, this is primarily what I'm using on duty most of the time nowadays. Is I'm more leaning towards an all Kydex duty belt now, and the current duty belt I'm building for work is a primarily, if not all of it, is Kydex. I think my handcuff pouches, I'm either debating on a hard Kydex handcuff pouch or some black leather handcuff pouches that'll go well with Kydex. Pardon me here. But yeah, I got some good Kydex brands over here. And then yeah, it's all my Kydex. And then for nylon, not too many good quality nylon brands that I've found, in my opinion. I've gone through 511, Blackhawk, High Speed Gear, all the normal tactical brands that we all know and love. One brand that's not in here that I believe I need to add to nylon, though, is Heroes Pride. They're over here in the ballistic weave and the Cordura nylon. We all know that ballistic nylon, that weird nylon that's somewhere between nylon, soft fabric, and hard Kydex. Honestly, most of it I feel is probably Kydex wrapped around some sort of hard, hard crossed fabric nylon of sorts. But yeah, within the ballistic weave, we've got Heroes Pride, some ASP products. Blackhawk makes some. Peacekeeper batons for if you happen to carry a crazy baton like I do. That's the only reason why I have them in there. Peacekeeper batons strictly makes those sticks. So yeah, I've got them in the nylon column. I think they're in every column, to be honest, because they offer baton pouches in most of these finishes. And then yeah, Don Hume at the bottom here of the ballistic nylon. I'm not sure about this company right now, as since I've woken up today. Don Hume's website has been totally on the futs. I've Googled them. They're not out of business entirely. Or excuse me, they're not out of business, period. They haven't gone out of business, but I don't know what's been going on at their website today. But yeah, as I'm filming this on the 5th of May, 2026, their website's been on the fritz. Stallion Leather, one brand I did have in this Google sheet. Stallion Leather, within the last, I don't know how long ago it was, but somewhere in the last 12 months, Stallion Leather definitely went out of business. They put a goodbye sheet on their page, or excuse me, on their website, and I was gonna buy some Stallion Leather products, some of their handcuff pouches and all that good stuff. There was one taser. There was one. They actually made a leather taser holster that I quite liked. I was going to get their Stallion Leather taser holster, but of course, yeah, company fizzled out before I was able to purchase it. So, oh well. But without further ado, let's go over to the duty belt here. So this is what I've been doing all day today. Is more or less I've been shopping for different pouches. My thought process when I'm making this duty belt is no bulk, and by that I mean I'll just bring up the 09 09 hole, yeah, 09 baton holster real fast for context of what I'm talking about here. So yeah, pardon me here 1 second. I gotta surf for their baton holster. Actually, you know what? I'll just go baton. So that's what I'm talking about right there, where the screws meet. That side bulk that's necessary for structure, but there are other baton holsters out there on the market that you don't need to do this with. So I'm trying to look for things that don't have bulk. And the one baton pouch here that I came across was from Ethos Survival. They're a lesser known tactical brand that I actually found on Etsy, believe it or not. There's actually some really good stuff out there from Etsy. And Ethos sells a variety of different equipment, but the one thing that I hang on a second, the one thing that I was going to settle on was their baton holster, and I'm trying to find it for you among the sea of products. Oh yeah, so if you see CW or if you happen to carry an ASP agent for your job, the Ethos has a nice holster for your ASP agent baton. The one thing I'm trying to find here is their baton holster and their sea of products. Probably easier if I just searched them up. Yeah, you know what? Let me just do that. Yep. So this is the baton holster that I settled on. It's got no bulk on it. No weird side structure pieces required. It's just a straight up baton holster. So that's one thing that I look for in my stuff is I don't like bulk. You know, I'm throwing. I carry a firearm on a bike. You know, when I am clear to go back to work, as most of you know, in March I had an accident at work. I've been out of the casino since about middle of May. I'm still on a medical leave as I film this on the 5th of May, 2026. I'm still on a medical leave of absence. I'm now in therapy for the right arm, but yeah, yeah, you know, I'm an armed security officer for a Las Vegas casino, and my duty belt, or excuse me, yeah, I'm on a bike for my shift, so you know everything's on my duty belt. So I don't want too much of these weird that side structure thing I showed you 09. I want as little bulk as possible. So this baton holster is going to be what I'm going to go with, and then for my OC, my pepper spray pouch, Golden Goodrich actually came out with their website finally. So I bought I went on Golden Goodrich's website and I bought the Mark III, Mark IV retention holster for the left hand. So now I basically have the Mark III, Mark IV for both right and left handers. So I can hit that switch a lot easier on my left hand, which is why I bought that. Now, there is another active retention holster on the market that I've since became aware of from this new company called Prevail Tactical. I don't know too much about it. I'm going to probably buy it just to buy it, but I'm likely going to stick with that Golden Goodrich just because I don't know about this other brand. I'm going to have to buy it and play with it, and if necessary, return their product. This is one thing that I really don't like doing with duty gear is I don't like buying things that's unproven. I don't like buying things that, you know, this company claims that they have active retention, but me trying to find them on YouTube and all this other, trying to surf through their web page, their product web page, and their own website went on. I don't know how this holster's active retention or not. I don't know anything about them. They're a brand freaking new company, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't like buying products just to have to figure them out for myself. I want to be able to look at a YouTube video and go, okay, that's how you work the retention. Like Safariland. Okay, I can go on YouTube and there's 4 million videos on how to work a freaking Safariland holster. This company I can't do that with. I can't just pull up a YouTube video and figure out, oh, okay, this is how you this is how you defeat the safety features. This is how you work their retention, defeat their retention, and actually be able to pull your spray out. With that Golden Goodrich, I believe I'm one of, if not the only, with the Golden Goodrich active retention OC holster with the auto-rotating hood, I'm probably one of the few, if not the absolute only video on YouTube showcasing that Golden Goodrich holster. And I've showcased that holster probably across 2 or 3 different YouTube videos at this point, maybe 1 or 2 longer form videos, and then it has a dedicated short on my YouTube channel. When I shortly after I got that holster last year or 2 years ago, is when I made that YouTube short. So, yeah, I don't know about this Prevail Tactical OC holster. I'm gonna probably end up having to do the thing I hate: buy it just to buy it just to work it. Like I said, if necessary, return it. For my handcuff, because I do carry a cuff on either side. 1 second, I'll let you throw on my duty belt. So I'll go full screen, and I'll toggle back to this web page. 1 second. So we'll go full screen for a quick second. So I'm gonna throw it on, and then I'll go to full screen. So allow me 1 moment. So this was the duty belt setup that I had when I went down on my bike in March. I had my I jerry-rigged a Motorola leather holster to an ASP carabiner, and it sits off a belt keeper. Well, like one of those nylon, I don't know what you would call this, one of the little nylon pieces where you'd stick the tail of your belt or whatever. I just clipped an ASP carabiner off one of those nylon keepers, and off the carabiner sits the radio pouch. And then, yeah, my handcuff. So handcuff pouch sits on either hip. This was my exact belt setup from when I went down back in March. I got a radio, my key keeper that sits that has 2 ASP auto keys. These work like switchblades, kind of. You know, you press a button, and out comes the handcuff key. Very nice handcuff keys. Keeps my clutter down. That's why I prefer the ASP handcuffs, or excuse me, the ASP keys. And then, you know, my little CPR doohickey, my little CPR shield. So yeah, the keys, the cuff. As I've mentioned in previous videos, I keep my rear clear in case I get knocked on my ass. So here we got the cuff. We got a flashlight. I used to have another flashlight right here in this gap, but I'm rethinking my duty belt placement of stuff overall. So yeah, I had a light. I had my belt keeper for structure, obviously, and off the belt keeper, I also had this is a clip-on. This is one of the receivers for my suspenders, and then yeah, again the gap here, and then a mag pouch. This currently is a Safariland that sits on the duty belt. I'm gonna take my duty belt off. So yeah, that is currently a Safariland double mag pouch, but I'm probably gonna move to a 09 Kydex either double or triple mag pouch, just because. While that is a Safariland's products have actually, I haven't had too much good luck with Safariland lately. Back to the thing here. Yeah, so I haven't had too much luck with Safariland lately. I feel like I hate to say it, Safariland being Safariland, the only good thing that I've had from them is their actual firearm holsters, you know, for my gun. The mag pouch that I currently have, it's meant for a Glock 17. It's a Glock 17 double mag pouch. The weird thing about it is with my Glock 17L, since I'm going to be carrying a 6-inch 9mm for work, I know I'm fucking crazy. I know. I got that from my coworkers, and they asked me what I carry, and they're like, "You're carrying a what?" Yeah, I'm carrying the L. But what I used to do is I carried that Glock mag pouch on my belt, but I had adjusted it to carry SIG P365 magazines, because for the longest time for duty use, the only thing that I had was my 365X. So I actually carry 365 mags in that Glock mag pouch, and I think what ended up happening was some point the pouch just became stuck on the SIG mags, because I have backed that Safariland mag pouch out so far, like, the screws basically, like, if I do it anymore, the screw's just gonna fall out. I've done that back out so far to supposedly I should be able to fit 17 mags in it, right? No. So that may have been operator error. I used something I shouldn't have in the mag pouch, so now I may have screwed up the mag pouch. But previously, I used to carry my pepper spray in a Safariland Model 38 pepper spray pouch. Just your standard typical snap pouch for OC. And I would hit my pouch on something as simple as, getting on and off my bike, for example. And the damn pouch would come undone. And I'm like, okay, this is stupid. I don't know why that Safariland pouch was doing that. But I've done some research into that particular pouch, and apparently that's just a common complaint online with that pepper spray pouch is, hey, the Model 38 is known to come undone. So I'm like, okay, then I'm not gonna get a Safariland Model 38 pepper spray pouch for my Mark III or Mark IV. I'm gonna stop using Safariland. So with me and my history of Safariland products, I just don't like Safariland outside of obviously their firearm holsters, since Safariland, they're the gold standard in gun gear and gun holsters. I get it. I get the whole thing with the gun holsters, but outside of that, I'm moving on from Safariland. That's like me with Asp. I swear by Asp products themselves. I freaking love the shit out of Asp batons. I love the shit out of the Asp handcuffs. But their baton holsters, their baton holsters, their cuff holsters. I'm sorry. Trying to ease on the cursing here, but I fucking hate the Asp snap lock, whatever the hell they call their hard lock belt system. I've had stuff snap on me. I've legitimately had an Asp baton clip snap on me. I've had an Asp pouch. I've had the belt clip on numerous pouches snap on me. So I'm like, I hate Asp holsters. Again, the products themselves, the hard goods, call it. The batons themselves, the cuffs themselves, love the shit out of their handcuffs. Swear by their handcuffs. Love their batons. I swear by the actual products. This is me slapping cuffs on somebody. I love the crap out of their products. But the holsters for those products? So, for handcuffs, I've actually got a variety of Kydex and leather pouches that I'll be deciding from. I've got a bookmark folder within this within my Google Chrome here. I've got numerous cuff pouches and Kydex and leather that I'll be deciding from. What else do we have? Really think that covers it. And then flashlights. Yeah, just the key pouch. I'm trying to get a new key keeper that supports, like, I don't know, freaking 15-20 keys, since we carry a fucking insane amount of keys for the casino. For pepper spray, like I said, yeah, I got the G&G, I got the Golden Goodrich OC pouches already there, or this active retention holster that I'm gonna have to buy just to figure out their damn retention. For lethal, for that Glock 17L, I'm going Blaytech. Here's Blaytech's website. You can see it here. So that's this is going to be me. I'm gonna get the newest retention holster on the market, the Blaytech Valor Duty holster. Since it's one of the few, if not the only thing that'll actually support a 6-inch 17L. I know, I'm crazy. I know. But yeah, I'm gonna get that Blaytech. Decide on my cuffs. For flashlights, I'm trying to decide on what lights I'm actually gonna be carrying for work, because I am carrying 2, possibly even 3. I am a big believer in carrying a backup in uniformed work. I prefer having a backup light, possibly even like a pocket light for like a secondary backup. My dead last resort light. So for the light, we're trying to sort through what flashlights we're carrying to begin with, and then once I've sorted that out, searching through flashlight holsters for those products. So I'll pick on that, and then for, like I just showed you, that baton holster from Ethos, Zero Bulk. The mag pouches I'm getting from 09. For mag pouches, I always jokingly say I'm a very weird person. I prefer in the bullets out configuration. I can't stand having flat to the side mag pouches like that single mag case there. I can't do flat tops. I call them flat tops. I can't do flat top mag pouches. I would use them for when I'm in low visibility. The very rare time that I'm called to do executive protection nowadays. Um, and I have to do some sort of low vis CCW work. I will use flat tops then. But for armed uniform work, when it really doesn't freaking matter, I prefer bullets out configuration. The duty style here you see, that's the bullets out. So this is the exact mag pouch I'm going with, either a double or triple from 09. But yeah, I can't stand flat tops unless I'm forced to use flat tops, like I said, for EP or when I'm out and about in town, just everyday man CCW holder on the street. I'll use flat tops then. But if I'm on duty as an armed security officer, armed security guard, whatever, as if I'm on duty as an armed professional, I'll use the bullets out. I'll use those duty style configurations, just because I prefer that when discretion ain't the thing. If discretion is the thing, then again that's when I'll use the flat tops. But otherwise, I'm all about the duty configuration. So 20 minutes. That's kind of my methodology in duty belts. How I build a belt. With me being on my bike, I have to more or less have everything on my duty belt. So we're not allowed load bearing vests. As a matter of fact, the casino dictates the one brand that I know and love that I hate. We're forced to use Shit Life Defense. If you know the brand, you know the brand. Safe Life. I call them Shit Life. But yeah, we're forced to use Safe Life Defense at works. And to make matters worse, since we wear a highlighter uniform, we're forced to use the highlighter vest offered from Safe Life with the built-in pouches. So yeah, it's low bearing. I've got plates in there obviously, but it's not MOLLE, so I'm not able to configure my vest to my needs, to what suits me best. And it's got the built-in like notebook pouch. It's got the built-in radio pouch, the built-in big square pouch that you can throw a notebook in or whatever, I guess. But I'm probably not going to use any of that shit, to be honest. I'm probably not going to use any of those pouches. It's all going to be on my belt. That's just because it's like I don't see a need to use those damn pouches if everything else is going to be on my belt. Screw it. But yeah, that's kind of my thought process in building a duty belt. When I have to have everything on the belt, I'm building for no bulk. If I was able to throw stuff on my vest, I might say, okay, I don't care about those side structures like on that 09 baton holster, but yeah, I just don't see a reason to have side structure when there's other options out there in the market. Why have bulk when you don't need to have bulk? There's other options out here on the market, and I just choose not to have bulk if I can help it. Even with high speed gear does make double and triple mag pouches, but they got this weird thing going on at the bottom. That weird bottom piece is their structure. So I'm like, I'm not going to use those. I'm not going to use those Kydex mag pouches. Yeah, that's why I'm going to go 09 for those mag pouches. Yeah. Again, that's my thought process with duty belts. This is my professional security journal. Stay safe out there. Take it easy. Take it easy. Take pride in our professional y'all do out there. Stay situationally aware. Stay vigilant. And other than that, I will see y'all soon in the next one. Take it easy, friends. Oof, 24 minutes. Long-ass video. Sorry.